Yo. Yeah, cool. Safe. Alright, welcome. Welcome back. It's like part 2 today. And this is the final push. Might have about an hour tomorrow morning, but basically this is it. Shout outs to Icy Mr. Slender first, with all the T's. How are you? Big ups. Yeah, this is it. This is like the 3 weeks until Kid 2. Oh, sick. That's so exciting. Wow. Awesome. That's great. Yeah, amazing. What a journey. What a journey that is. Right, boom. So, speaking of journeys, this game, this is the end of the journey here. This is like 10 days in the making. And we've got to finish. We've got to make the giant. We've got a lot to do, actually, this evening, but it's only 10. I'm feeling like I can get a good 3-4 hours in here. And also, there isn't that much to do. It is pretty good already. So we could play the game now just to get a feel for it and get back in the zone. But we've got to make the boulder, which is the last kind of game mechanic we haven't implemented yet. It's basically the boss. It's like the final boss. But it's going to be quite simple. It's a simple idea that we have. But basically, you're going to be chased by the boulder, right? Like classic Indiana Jones style boulder. Chasing you down a corridor. And I think the idea is every time you pick up or put down the idol, the boulder will like speed up or slow down, or maybe even stop altogether. So yeah, that should be fun. And we need to make a long, treacherous underwater level, which I hope will take half an hour. Then I'm thinking this will probably take like an hour and a half, because it includes like this last mechanic. I think that's going to probably take quite a lot of time to get right. But that one shouldn't take too long. Then the menus, I think they're looking good. We need to add the music. That shouldn't take more than half an hour once we have all the tracks, which I think are on the way. I just realised like my face is in the way of everything I'm looking at. Here we go. Should I put it there? And yeah, the boulder's the only bit of art to add, and then there's some stretch goals which I don't think we'll get to. These things have been put over there for a reason. It's because I already know there's not going to be time. So those things are probably not going to happen. But let's see. You never know. Yeah. Who we got? Rooksra. Thanks so much for the cheers. The cheers. Cheered one bit. Big ups. Thank you. Alright, let's get to it then. Should we start making this game? So here's the thing we're gonna do first. The long, treacherous underwater level. And we have some new art to implement as well. But let's finish the levels. We've got to finish the levels. So this looks like a good template for the long, treacherous underwater level, and then we'll just make it deeper, and we'll make you have to go down and back up and have to move the water level a couple of times. Yes, Pete, big ups. You've done me a boulder chase song. Okay, so we have to get to that. Yeah, no. The boulder chase is definitely going to happen. The two, we're gonna just bang out level 14. And then we get to the boulder, and then from there we'll just see what we've got time for. Like, so I can probably do about an hour tomorrow morning as well. I think I probably got to about 10 a.m. to look at it, but yeah, there's not much time. So it's gonna all happen now. So let's take level 13 and duplicate it. Call it 14. Oh, I made them already. Oh, look, I did. I made them already. I forgot about that. I already duplicated 13 for both of these. Okay. The player can go. It's useful having all the levels open, so we'll leave them. Right, and then 14. Still big, blocking screen. Oh yeah, okay, I'm small now. I'm small now. Okay. So. We're gonna just wipe all of these. Sort of there. God, oh yeah, there's so many spikes on this map. So let's delete all the spikes as the first thing that we do. I'll save that. Why don't we do the same in level 15 just to de-stress the scenario. Right, okay, now something playing with the water mechanic that's a development on the earlier level. Let's play the game. That's a good place to start, isn't it? Alright. Let's do it. Yeah, this palette is way better than the one I had before. Gotta say. This is a good shout from Rob. It does, someone earlier was saying it's like mint choc chip. But it works like the brown and the green. It's so funny, like earlier, it was a complete, like it was such an illusion. Like when we get into the next world and you can see on the splash screen what the color schemes look like. And it just looked like it wasn't changing, but I think it was. But the next, yeah, it looked like that. It looks like it's still the same color scheme from the last level, but I honestly don't think it is. It's actually this one. It's just crazy. But that, yeah, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. I still can't tell if it's actually working or not. I think it is working. I think they just look really similar when you only have the darkest and lightest shades. So we've got new art for these dudes to implement actually as well. Those spiders. That's the thing. Gradually changing it dark without you noticing. Right, yeah. That would be jokes. But with all the sound effects in now as well, like it really plays and feels great. It looks cool. We haven't even got any of the lighting in yet. Right. But I don't know, maybe we could, I don't know, Pete, are you like nearly finished with the music? How long till all the, because then we could put all the music, get all that properly in, which is a big step in the right direction, and then maybe if I work on like coding the boulder, you could start doing the lighting. Just making the nice leaps. Okay, sick. Right, let me get some air. Oh, bollocks. This level is quite hard, you know. Like this one. I think a lot of people will get stuck here. I think it would be good to make this level easier. I think like I can pull it off. Yeah, it's hard though. I can pull it off like relatively regularly. But yeah, I don't think people are gonna like that very much. I think that level is unnecessarily hard. So we can make note of that if we can remember the final stage of the ruins. But then again, to be fair, the levels do start to get harder. This one's hard because I like know what I'm doing, and it's still quite finicky to pull off. You can do it without the barrels, but it's pretty hard. And since we raised the dart traps, it's quite hard. Okay, sweet. Oh. Yes. Come on. That one's hard as well, but like I've learnt the pattern now. This level I really like. Alright, off the barrel goes. Whew. Oh no. Savage. This is the level 13 though. I mean, this is the last one that is actually made. Yay! There it is. Nice. Alright, yeah, it feels good. It feels like it's working. So, a scary underwater level. Get rid of the dart traps. Box and the spider can both go. Although the box will almost definitely be put back in. Right, now. Let's get to it. The plinth needs a platform. So does the player and the idol. But I feel like we should go and you have to go and find the idol. And that maybe is a button. Yeah, okay. Okay. This is the logic. Let's talk about this level. So we're gonna have water. And the water will be able to move up and down, so we'll like work on like where the water level is going to go. But then what we're also going to do is we're going to have like, let's just put it upstairs above the water for now. There's a door with a button. Okay, and that button requires the idol, which will be down here. And let's have the player will start up here. And the player will have to go underwater, do some sort of adventure to find the button up here, but they can also get down and find the idol here. And maybe there's like a little dead end there that just sort of alludes to what might be on that side. And then on this side, you have like another underwater section. So you can force the player to find the idol in the first half of the room by having it be the thing that is what opens the door. And then they put the idol in there, but then there must need to be a box or a barrel. It's a barrel. There'll need to be like a barrel on a platform somewhere over here that they can take back and put on the button, so that they can then bring the idol forwards into the next level, into the next half of the level, right? Now, do we want to have the water level? I think then at this point, this is when we bring the water level in. I was thinking about that. Yeah, all the traps are gone. Except for if you walk, like I was saying, if you walk into one of the spider dudes, they still have hitboxes on their edges. So even if we stop them moving, they're still yeah. It's still very retro to die in one hit. Yeah. It's got the right vibe in it. Safe risky. Okay, so then like you can get the box and put it back there, so you can pick up the idol and bring the idol with you. Now here's the thing: is to get the idol out of the water, you'll need to be able to hold your breath. You'll need, the idol's gonna rinse you. So maybe the box isn't there. The box needs to go on a button down here. Yeah, where this one goes. The button goes. The box goes on the button that brings the water level down, so that you can get the idol out. That's the thing. So, yeah, that's the thing. Right? That's how we want it to be. You start with the barrel isn't over here. You start with the barrel. Or the barrel is somewhere else. The idol somewhere. But if you try to pick up the idol, you're going to run out of air. So you have to pick up the barrel with all the air you've got that lets you explore underground to put the thing on the button. The button brings the water down, which lets you get the idol out. And then you come and put the idol up here. Then you come back and you get the barrel and you bring the barrel up and put it on the button, and then you leave. That's the whole level. I think you don't need a second section. That's cool. Right? That makes sense. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. This is maybe too far a distance, but maybe not. Maybe it'll be fun to just make it be like a really big cavernous level. Just so it feels kind of crazy. So if we sort of carve some space here, and then we want the idol, to be down here, say, somewhere where you're not going to be able to get it out. We're going to make the water level change, I think, quite profound. But I don't think it's not going to need to be a particularly big space. And I guess, yeah, and if that's, let's try and keep this straight. Yeah, that's like a bit, I suppose it doesn't really matter. We want to put a box in. Oh, we're going to call it 14 here. I'll put a box. Oops. Somewhere else. Down at the bottom of the water, maybe. I think this is all probably way too big. It's going to be really hard to communicate the puzzle. Like, it's probably better if you can almost see this guy. Although I don't think you will be able to see it there. No, you can sort of just about see underneath that. Okay. Nevertheless, I do think this is too large, probably. Just looking at it now, it just seems a bit ridiculous. That's probably a bit better, a bit more realistic. Oops. Might as well make those line up over there. So now I want to put the water in. Tile, tile. Perfect, yeah. Okay, so that's the water there. And then this water, I want it to go like down, maybe like 4 or 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 will be good, because then you could just jump straight in and out. So, it's going to be a positive amount. Well, just 16 times 5. 80. Of course, it's 80. Okay, right. And then we will... put some tiles here now. They're going to need to be that height. So you can jump out, in and out. Oh no, that's too high, like that high. Some sort of formation like that. There. And then the box, let's put the box like in the middle, like in between. Yeah, there. And then we need a button, which we'll put like here maybe. And then we need a door. So the door should probably go here or something. Yeah, I guess this level doesn't need to be quite so big. It's like really way too big. For a kickoff, we can do that to make it an awful lot smaller. Player goes there. Just do something we haven't done yet. The reason I'm going a bit beyond is because of the way the scrolling is kind of distorted with parallax. You kind of need a bit of space either side. We'll do the same down here. Okay, and then one, two, three. Yeah, that's three. Is that right, or should we do it more like that? I don't know if you can make that jump. I think that jump is too far. Let's sort of do that or something. Yeah. Kind of makes it obvious the button is for the door if we lay it out like that. So you pick up the box, you put it on the button. The water level is right there, right on top of the door. Is that how we want it? That's kind of cool. And then we take the idol in to the room with us. Let's have a couple of dart traps. Up in the ceiling. I don't want you to even be able to see where these things are. They're just going to be there. In fact, before I duplicate it, let's delete that one we just made. Let's configure this thing first. So it's going to shoot down every 3 seconds. Okay, and then duplicate it. Put one there. And this one will do the same but on a 1.5 delay. And then we'll duplicate them both. Like that. Okay, so that just adds a bit of treachery to the room. And then on top of that, we'll have, what else can we put in here? A spider maybe? The spider can go up there. Or maybe the spider that could just be it. That could be the last room. Alright, let's see if I can do this room. I think we need the button to have the water connected to it like that. Right, hold on a minute. This is the button that makes the water go down. Okay. So we need to find another button. Oh yeah, we need 2 buttons. Maybe they should have spikes on. Also, I didn't see what that was in reference to. We could put some spikes on some stuff. Let's make some spikes. Because this is like the second to last level, right? Like we kind of want we want to throw everything at this. What if there were spikes like... Oh no, that's so hard to get over there. You'd want to make these into 3s. Okay, hold on a minute. So what if these tiles were like in 3s instead? You could probably make that jump now. And then this button can go in the middle. And this can go... No. No. Just move there. You can go there. What's that? What is that? Oh, it's just the spikes hitbox. Okay. So then this and this and this have spikes, so that when you come back with the idle, the platforming is made way harder to get it to the button. We obviously want to get it through there, but this, maybe the other button should just be there, and that should be the one for the door. Is that crazy? Or should this be the one for the water? That should be the one for the water, and then this one, we also need to add the door. That one there should be the one for the door. For door 2. Okay, I think this is solvable now. Back in the health bar conversation. Spikes on the crawly dudes. Yes, okay, I see. Do the spike tiles look different to the ordinary floor? They're invisible. They're invisible when they're not out. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how we could signal that there would be spikes there, but if we could, that would be a good idea. Let's see if we can complete this level. I'm not even sure it's completable. I'm like losing health. Right, come up there. Yeah, okay, nice. Oh wait, there's no way out of here. I know there is. You can jump up there. Yeah, nice. I think I want the water to come down to even one lower. Okay, I want the water to come down one lower. So 96 then instead of 80. Need a line on the floor. Yeah, something like that. You know what I want to check? But I can't just do this. Wait, hold on, that was bad. I can do this better. Oh, you can get it. It needs to be further away. Oh, cheeky. Okay, nice. Back we go. Give that a bit of an ass, so you don't scroll out of it or whatever. That's probably fine. Right, anyway, and then let's put the idle back here. Yeah, let's do that. That's kind of nice. Okay, so that's definitely impossible now. Let's see if we can complete the level. Well, we definitely can't cheat the system now, so that's good. So we've got to grab that, pop that on there while underwater, get our breath back. Over here we come. Grab this little fella. could put that there. But the real point is now to come back, get this guy. Do the old switcheroo. Take our good friend with us. That's a hard jump, I feel. And then now we have this scenario. Oh, I drowned. I wasn't thinking about that. Of course. That's going to be a problem, isn't it? Because the water level isn't going to be down anymore. Ah, so this plot thickens now. Okay, wait, I'm liking this. So here's a few changes to make then. We'll do that first because I want the jump to be easy. Like easier to land on that little platform. Let's do it like that. And then we want this to be a staircase that one can climb. And we want another box in here. So then you have to get the box, take it out. Let's put it over there. Yeah, I think this works now, because now you've got to get that box and bring it back over there. Hold on a minute. Now the water level isn't going to be in the right place. So we do want it down there. So we'll just do that. Oops. We'll just do that. Like that. Okay. Or should this be up one anyway? I think you can make that jump. I'm pretty sure you can. Okay, so here's how you do it. I think this level's finished now. I'm quietly confident. You come in here, you grab the barrel, you pop it on the button. The water level comes down. You come over here, you get the idol. Bring it over here, jump over these. Treacherous. You come over here, you put it on that button, which opens the door, but actually what you really want is to come back and get the barrel. And bring the barrel over here so that the barrel can go in there. So now we can put this guy down here or whatever. And then we've got to go and get this barrel. Okay, very good. Oh yeah, because it's not firing, obviously, when we have the dude in our hands. I get through here. Excuse me, guys. Oh no, I fell down. Savage. Pop that on there. Right, now the water level's down. I can come back over here. Oh, you gotta be joking me. Okay, we gotta make that jump easier because that's just annoying. Oh my god, it's a really hard jump. But I've done it like 2 or 3 times already. But twice in a row I flopped it. There we go. And now I can take this guy safely through here with the darts in tow. That's hard there. He's coming right to the edge on this side. I don't think that's easy enough. Oh, so close. Okay, we need to make the end bit a bit easier. What we'll do, I know what we'll do. What we often do in this situation. I've done it before. I'll do it again. We just do that and just give it a little bit more room. And then we're gonna make this jump over here easier. Just by doing, we'll probably just do that actually, and then just move this button a little bit closer, like that. Okay, I think that's sufficiently convoluted. Barrel button launcher. Yeah, if there was a dart trap pushing a barrel around in here too, that would be cool. But I think this is it. I think that's level 14. Done. And it took us, how long have I been streaming? Yeah, about 40 minutes. Well, I probably spent the first 15 minutes fucking around, to be fair. It took about half an hour, which is what I expected. So that's good. Now, the boulder chase I see as just being a much, much longer stint of platforming, to be honest. I mean, putting the idol down, I mean, it turns it into a puzzle. But in the wise words of Valve, right, when they talk about there's something we're talking about Portal, and saying like that they didn't make the like, you don't want the puzzle in the finale to be particularly complicated because it's anticlimactic to have to sit and ponder something. So you want the last level to really just be more about like sort of an impactful moment, but something that's obvious, like you know what you need to do. It's just you just have to do it. Just chuck a few spikes to jump over. That's it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. So in a way, we could just have the boulder just go, and it doesn't matter if you got the idol or not. The idol's just there in front of you, so you just run, you pick it up, and you keep running. You know, I think that could be kind of fun. But let's gut this level of all of the things it has. We're certainly not going to want boxes. Maybe spring spiders. The exit mask. We won't want. We will want the exit mask actually, because it's going to have the final epic door. So we don't want the door. And then we want to rename it to level 15. Is that one called 14? So it is. And on level 15, we're going to have an epic door. And put it there. Put it on inner tomb. And then check this out. We can go to the script. We can uncomment this out. Come back in here and then probably just select inner tomb. Or we'll probably change to something else. Oh, no, it doesn't like it. Because I should get rid of that. I should get rid of the equals 0. Isn't that how it was before? Have I changed it? Oh no, I know. It's supposed to have a colon on the end. And now there it is. And we can go back to the script and change change it again. But now at least we can see what we want to see. And then it needs to be behind the plinth. And then the plinth needs to be maybe there, or there, or there. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and then it's going to go up and up and up. So, like, broadly speaking, yeah, let's just do one of these. I'll just get like a nice downward slope, very climactic, running away from a boulder. It's got to have some sort of downwards logic to it, right? But we'll mix it up and do like steeper and less steep bits. But let's just map out like some sort of scenario here. I want it to be quite long, right? This is the finale of the game. It's got to be big. And if we want it to be fast paced, and you want to be running the whole time, I think we're going to want it to be like maybe double this length that I have it right now. You know? Because the level before this one is quite long and time consuming, I would say. And you can get hit by a dart right at the end. So that level is going to take people quite a long time. So we don't want this one to be too short. Okay, something like that. Player. Up here, please. Let's give this a go. The boulder can fall in the hole at the end. Oh yeah, classic. That is the classic way it ends. So how long will it take to run down this? I'm jumping over things. Jumping down a big hole and then running along a flat bit for a bit. You know, we can definitely make it so it's not like just... But I think this is about the right length of time. I think if that's full of interesting scenarios and things you've got to do, that doesn't feel terrible. Where's the idle? The idle can come up here with you. Just put it like there or something. And then something like that, and it can just start there. But what we'll have to do is we'll have like some terminal velocity that we want it to be at, but we'll make the very beginning of it be very, very, very slow, and it will just gradually get up to the velocity we actually want it to be at for most of the race. But at the beginning it'll be super slow, so it'll start right next to you, but it'll just be really, really slow, and you're like, oh no, and then you run forwards and you pick up the idle and you're like, oh my god, this thing's like gaining on me. You know, I think that'll be good. I don't think this level needs a ceiling. We'll just make it big. Okay, and then background tiles. Oh, and because the parallaxing, like, this might not work. Like, we might need a lot more tiles than it looks like we need. Let's see. I don't reckon they'll actually be there. Oh, they are there. Okay, cool. Okay, fine. Okay. The door didn't... Ah! Just closed Godot for no reason. So the plinth needs epic door in its connection, and then I want to take this background layer of tiles here. Don't need it there, but what I want is to, like, yeah, basically just do a big chunk of it like that. It probably doesn't need anything under there. Okay. Right, so for now, I guess the boulder... guess we'll just start coding the thing in. Like, the sooner we have something chasing us with a hitbox, the sooner we can test all of the platforming that we make. So I think we just have to make the new mechanic now. We have to make the boulder. So I think it will be... I mean, I'm thinking, can we do it with physics? I think the best thing is if it's a character body. I think so. Rock. We'll just call it rock. Okay, and then we'll make a let's make a folder for this thing because it's an element. Rock. Save branch as seen. Rock, rock, rock. Okay. So this thing needs to be, didn't we say 80 pixels? Yeah, so it needs like a collision shape. Collision shape. Which is a circle. Which has a radius of 80 pixels. And then how do we do just like a shape again? Like just... Is it just polygon 2D? Then I have to draw it. Yeah, okay, that'll do. Make it black so it shows up clearer. Dropping a control screen in Discord. Nice. Classic Godot logo sprite on it. Yeah. We've got something that's vaguely circular there. So save that, and then let's look at level 15 now, which will have a big black square on it. Okay, we'll pop that there. I will put it right at the back. And it doesn't need to roll. Okay, it just needs to have gravity and acceleration to the right. Right? I think that makes sense. Let's put a script on it. Also, I guess it wants to look at the world, but it shouldn't be a part of the world because we don't actually want it to interact with the player like it is part of the world. We want it to just insta-kill you. And it has to just insta-kill you. Not a collision shape 2D. Oh yeah, no. The polygon's just going to be for... Yeah, exactly. We've got the collider there already. But, what was I just thinking about its collision layers? Because it should definitely be on player damage. Because I'm pretty sure the player has Classic Mushroom, big ups. Yes, I am making a Game Boy game using Godot. I mean, it's not going to be played on a Game Boy. It's just a Game Boy game jam. If that makes sense. Its hitbox looks to 4. So if the rock is on 4, then we'll collide with it. And if it's not on world, then world things won't collide with it. It will just collide with the world because it's looking at world. So I think that's right. I mean, we'll see if I'm right or not. But now it needs a script. And yeah, we'll give it basic movement because this is going to be helpful. So gravity is cool. We can give it gravity. But then let me look at how I apply gravity to like the idle, for example. We've used the jump and fall gravity on it. The boulder probably doesn't need that. It just needs regular gravity. So we'll give it that. And then we'll just put full gravity in there. So it's not on the floor, it's going to go down. Should I animate a boulder? Yes, you could animate it. Well, actually, that would be amazing if you animated the rotation because rotating the pixels is going to look kind of crazy. So yeah, if you could draw it and then like animate the rotation of it, that would be really cool, I think. And then I won't rotate the sprite. I'll just play your rotating animation at the right speed for the movement, if that makes sense. It is 80 pixels diameter. From here to here is 80 pixels. So you want an 80 by 80 A sprite and then just put a circle in it and then, yeah, build it around that. Amazing. Perfect. Now it doesn't, it can't jump and it doesn't have any sense of direction. And we want to use move toward up here as well. And there's no else. There's just X velocity. And we want to move towards the speed constant at the acceleration. I can't spell acceleration. I'm going to assume that's correct. Which is going to be sort of like some really small number, I think. Because doesn't that, how does move towards work? I think I'm thinking of lerping. It does want to float. Okay. You know, I think that should work. Okay, yeah, it works. I mean, it gets pretty fast. It didn't damage us. Is that because the player looks for areas? Okay. So, in that case, the rock can just be on world and look at world, and then we'll give it an area for damage. It's just easier. So we'll just call it player damage area, and it will just have the same collision shape of a circle of radius 80. So that's exactly the same. Very good. And this, oh, we don't want it to be on world still because we still want the player to not collide with it. We just want this to be on layer 4. Okay, and then we want its top speed to be a lot slower. What happened there? Right, 100. It doesn't need a jump velocity anymore. And its acceleration could go down slightly. Let's see this. Oh yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Let's look at the actual scene. Right, so it's probably reached its terminal velocity now. And it's like the same as our own speed. Maybe it's slightly gaining on us. Is it ever so slightly gaining on us? I mean, it's gaining on us, right? It is ever so slightly. And if you jump, you're screwed. Interesting. So it's too fast. We're getting there, though. I think its acceleration could be slower. And then its top speed could go down to maybe 80. No, that's 800. That would be absolutely Larry. Right, let's try this again. I think that's better. And you're like, oh my god. Oh my god, it won't stop. And then this gives us time to provide the player with other things to dodge. Darts coming in. But ultimately, I think I'm faster than it. It must be at its terminal velocity now. And now as long as the ground is flat, it will still keep moving. Because it's just got gravity and a force going on it. So yeah, I think this was the right way to do it. It's quite big. This is killing us in the outro. It does feel like a good speed, right? We can easily tweak it anyway. We can always just come in here and just go, you know what, maybe 75, or maybe the acceleration goes down to 0.25. Like, we can still do those kinds of things. But now we just need to make the level. Which, you know, is kind of, this is the devil's in the detail here now. One last thing to try though. What about that? I think this means that it won't be able to move. It will stop. It will collide with that wall and it won't be able to move. Yeah, I think this is the right speed, personally. Yeah, perfect. And then in you come. Great. Brilliant. Okay, so we've got all this space to fill. There's quite a lot of space. But the idle's there. Because the first thing that springs to mind is spikes. But let's go through every mechanic on our list, yeah? And add them. Put spikes first. So I think a couple of spikes there. Couple there. Then a gap. And then a couple more, and then a couple more. Or maybe here we like mix it up and we put them there. I think already that's probably going to be quite a pain in the ass. Okay, yeah, good. Dude's coming. Yep, all right. That takes up some time. That just gets us going. Let's add a dart trap into the mix there. And we'll put that like right in the middle here. And we'll shoot down. Yeah, one every second. Or every 2 seconds maybe. No, every second. Might be a bit harsh. Okay, yeah, cool. Way higher up. I'll do every 1.5 seconds there as well. Let's give that a try. Yeah, I think that's cool. It demands your attention. And then one other idea for dart traps was, what if they were like here and shooting to the right? I think this could get quite difficult, especially if we did like 2 in a row. So maybe we'll do like that actually. And then we'll say, you want this one on 6 seconds? No, they should all be every 3 seconds. And this one has a delay of 2. 3 and 1. And just 3. So they'll fire like bang, 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 bang. Like that. Let's see if we can actually navigate that. Well, if that's difficult or trivial. Oh yeah, it is kind of sketchy. But okay, that's kind of fun. Okay, and then some holes to jump over with spikes in the bottom of. Yeah, so we start to change the shape of the tiles a bit here. Okay, like, ooh. Ooh. Savage, look at that. And that 2, yeah, that's 2. So that's perfect because that's what you sort of want. And then go down 2 lower than that one. Okay. And then okay, holes with spikes in, but let's not finish there. Let's make this trickier. What other mechanics have we got? I don't want to put the spring spiders on those just yet. Should do more dart traps. Yeah. Why not? How's that dart trap? Oh yeah, because I had those other ones. I forgot about that. Right, okay. So let's put that down. No, no. That is the middle, isn't it? Shoot down. Yeah, every 1.5 seconds. Perfect. In fact, maybe put them up here. Is lining up. It's all going to be about how we configure these. I think that lines up too. Okay. So what I think is important, I think you want them to fire off like that. So you see them coming. So this one, let's go with, they all have a 2.5 second cooldown. And this one's delay is 0. Then this one fires at 0.5. This one at 1. 1.5. And 2. Okay, let's see what that feels like. Oh, savage. Yeah, those arrows seem to like totally be timed with when the thing catches you up. Just go as fast as we can. Oof. Okay, yeah, that does look and feel good. Seeing them coming down like that, yeah. Okay, sweet. So let's change the shape of the terrain a bit here and do something with water. It won't really work, will it? Because we need to get out of the water somehow. Okay, so we can't really do something with water. But we could just do a leap of faith, because that's just exciting, right? See something like that. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, get the boulder sound into the song. Why not? I don't see how we can put water in this room because of the nature of the downward slope and having to we need to get below. Whatever we do in this level, we need to get lower than it at some point before we finish. Do you see what I mean? If we put a water pool in here, the boulder has to be able to get through it. I mean, we can use the waterfall assets and stuff for that, but that's the set dressing. So What I'm thinking is like a leap of faith type moment. Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, because I was just trying to think if we could not have like water be a puzzle, but at least have it be a hazard that you could like fall in the water and have to, you know, jump out or whatever, and that with the idol you might not be able to make it. But I think, yeah, let's just have this sort of big leap of faith. I want to know what we do here. Maybe we should put, because we just should. Just a couple of these guys just going crazy up here. Right, I don't know what happens when you meet 3 of them like that. We'll see. Water pit would be a spike pit that doesn't kill you. Yeah. Well, it'll kill you by drowning you, I suppose. Oof. Remember the arrows coming from above. Oh, well, that guy is a little mofo. What if you have to hide under the overhang and let the boulder destroy the door? Ooh. That's a nice idea. Hiding under the overhang there. We gotta still make you take the idol though. It's a cool idea though. If we had more time and we could do like a big boulder hitting the door animation and stuff, that would be a great like ending, wouldn't it? Let me play the level again. It does exactly the same as last time. That's really hard. It's hard to see him coming, right? Get rid of the spiders. They're too fast, aren't they, when you're holding... Can I change their speed? I'd done it that an export variable. I don't think I did. No. You gotta have the arrows. This is the gameplay, is dodging the arrows. You can't not have the arrows. No, I don't think it's getting too intense. I mean, like we're playing it now without the sound effects because I'm just instancing the level. So it's without the music, so it's only sound effects. But also, we need to just sort out the sound effects on the darts, so that they're not all layered on top of each other like that. Yeah, okay, they're too hard. It's a shame because I kind of wanted to put one of everything in the last level. Maybe how about we do this? Let's delete these 2 guys. Machine, yes, going for Spelunky look. I guess similar vibes, isn't it, to Spelunky? Yeah, like old school pixel art. But it's like the jam we're doing is a Game Boy style jam, so that's like the main reason for that aesthetic. So like, what if it's like that? Yeah, and then we put Mr. Spider on there. In fact, let's Make it a bit easier. We'll do something like that. Should we just make that just a pit of death? And we could put water in it. Haha. And we'll just do it like as a closed, which I haven't done in any of the other levels, but we'll just do it as like a closed area like that. What's your problem? What am I doing wrong? I don't know. Oh, because I'm on that tool. There we go. Yeah, that'd be cool. And then you gotta jump up onto there and then have the leap of faith down. And the boulder will die here. Actually, that's a point. One that doesn't move, that you have to go one. Have one that doesn't move, that you have to go one big chunk off at the end. I don't get it. When the waterfall going, every single water. Yeah. We can do. Well, I mean, the set dressing is all needs to be done. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that to do. 15 levels. Anyway, I'm focused on the gameplay. We'll jump up there, and then the boulder will get stuck there, I think. Oh, jump. Yeah, of course, instead of junk. Right, I got you. One spider at the end. Ah, shucks. Jump off the spider. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Is that's like the final thing? Is we jump off the spider? Oh man, it's hard. Like, I kind of want to play through the whole game so we can try it with the. No. We'll wait. Let's perfect it first, and then we'll play through the whole game. My solution to the darts thing was I did make the sound effect a lot quieter than most of the others. You don't have time. You don't have time to wait, man. You just got to run underneath them because you've got the idol on your head anyway. Yeah, the idol protects you. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was forgetting. So I've not been appreciating. Oh, come on. Oh no, that's the whole game. I think this is a fitting final level. It's a good challenge. Oh, we drowned. Okay, I think that's good. I think, like, that's really fucking hard. Let's try it once more. Oh. No, I haven't put the spider art on yet. No, I've just been making this last level. Well, making the last 2 levels since the stream started, really. Haven't done anything else, I think, just finishing the levels. But the new spider art does need to go in. Oh, come on, give me a break. This level's hard, man. But, you know, that's good. That's good. The final level, innit? Oh, I waited way too long there. Oh. Okay, let's make it easier to jump off that guy, because that is fucking annoying. Let's just put him like there and make it like just too wide. Like that. He can't move now. He's just a spring. Yeah, I think like not much of it is really hard, but that end bit, jumping on those guys, is hard when they're like so fucking fast. But I think all of this is appropriate. And then yeah, give the player a bit of time here to gain on the boulder before they have to work out that. Okay, and that's too far. It's nice though, nice vibe, but too far. That should be better. Like what Rob said, where you run right and jump, and the traps are designed to be more or less for show, while the boulder travels at speed and stays just on screen as a threat. It's like a farewell tour of everything you've ever come. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is just classic platforming, isn't it? It's just like, yeah, any... Like, the last few levels of any Mario game are, like, way more challenging than this, right? With the different, like, platforming elements all going on at once. So I don't think it's, like, getting impossibly hard. It is hard, though. But also, I just keep making the same mistakes. It's also just a skill issue. That's quite dastardly though, the way those arrows shoot from behind you, sort of thing, or from underneath you. All right, here we go. Okay, yeah. So the boulder will just do that. That's fine, and then you can just come down here. Yay! Alright, cool. Boom. We did it. Remember, like, a real player won't have to keep reloading the level as well. They'll just be spawned back to the front over and over again. I don't know. I don't think that's too hard, really. There's a bit of extra space at the back end here that we don't really need. Let's get the boulder art in. That would be cute. Cool. What's the best way to do this? I think we want an animated sprite. That's probably pretty good. I mean, if it was like 10, I think it's going to just look comically fast. I think 5 felt about right. I mean, let's try the level and see. Oh. How big is it? Oh, yeah, it's my mistake, isn't it? Because I've done a radius of 80, but what we'd planned was a diameter of 80. We had actually planned for a diameter of 80 in the first place, right? So I was wondering, because it looked big in the level. This was what we'd sort of envisioned. I just had it twice as big. Well, let's see. Maybe we should make it bigger. No, yeah, I think that's way cooler. That does feel like that's better than the big thing we had before. Oh. One thing we could do to make it a bit easier is take away the middle one of those 3 traps to just make that the dart trap section. Like, take away that one so they're just a little bit more spread out and it gives you a bit more time. Oh, I just forgot to jump. Yeah, man, waiting for those is like a death trap. Okay, I think it's cool. I think the boulder looks great. What do you guys think? The art style reminds me of Wario Land of the Game Boy. Yeah, okay, nice. Safe Furf, how are you? Hope you're good. I didn't see it do it again. Okay. Alright, hold on. First thing what I want to do is I want to take away this middle dart trap there to just make that section where the darts fly out from underneath you slightly easier. Yeah. All right. Okay, I think that's good. And actually having the space to just walk through, like to jump off a thing and walk down some steps at the end, it just gives the whole thing some gravity. Do you know what I mean? Was it intended for the ceiling dart traps to be off screen? Yeah. I just want like arrows falling down on you, right? Without you even being able to see them. Yep. Right. So, let's play the whole game through. And then, Pete, have you got some music for me? Should we move on to music now? Because if we put music on it now, it's at least like got all, like it's like kind of the shell of it's ready, and then it's just about visual polish and how much time do we actually have, and you know, what are we going to do. The music is the last kind of truly unfinished element to it, is to just get that in. Also, do you know what we should do? I've been meaning to do this for ages. We should add controller support. I'd like to do a playthrough on controller right now, and it's fucking well easy to do. Right, so we'll add the D-pad on the D-pad first. So, you know, some crazy people like to play on the D-pad, but then we'll also map the D-pad to the left stick. I know that's supposed to be down, left, and right. Okay, and then start can be start. Select can be select. Jump can be A or X, and interact can be B. And then maybe we should just also map the other buttons. So our X will also be jump, and interact will also be Y. Yeah, cool. Alright, now we can do a controller playthrough. Bouncing all that now. 5 minutes is yours. It's sick. Perfect timing, man. Excellent. You know what we should add? This is just a very basic thing, but I know so many people are going to be like, oh, like, your game hangs on the start screen. Let's just let people press jump. Like, or interact. So it's like basically they can press anything. And then in the main menu, is that the same? No. So let's take that whole string of those three and put it into the main menu for there as well. And then save that, and then also in credits. And game over. And settings, wherever settings is. Let's do this. Put that in brackets and then paste it in there. So if that or that or that or that and that, then cool. Save. Okay, I think that's all of our menus fixed with that now. So we should just be able to use the A button instead of the start for everything. Nice. Okay, looking good. Okay, great, great. Little controller playthrough. Lovely. Speed running my own game. It's easy with the controller, with the joystick to do the crouching by accident. Might have to play with the D-pad. Oh, that is unhinged. Can't do it. Pour myself some more drink. You did a great job. Oh, thank you, thank you. We're getting there. I think there's a load of music to add. To be honest, this is like the first demo track. So that's what we're about to get to next. Verve says, spending the night trying to come up with good and efficient cache handling logic. Well, that sounds more complicated than what I'm doing. There's loads of art to add as well, that's true, yeah. It's all just a matter of time, isn't it? Oops. Oh, baby. Let's have a look at the water here. I mean, the water is so good. You gotta love it. Does the sleep spider move when you jump on it? No, it moves when you're holding the idle. It gets angry and activated when you hold the idle. Otherwise, it's just like very slow. Do you have to duck jump to get through that section? No, no, you don't. You can just move the idle into the water. And then put the barrel on the thing and then go and pick up the idle from the now lowered water. I'll just duck jumping through it because I'm a bit lazy. Oh, this level is a hard one. I think this little area is hard. There you go. Don't mind the duck jump techers. Well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely something people can do. People will... I mean, most people will probably eventually try that, something like that, wouldn't they? But yeah, you don't need to. Like, you can just sort of do a sort of slider puzzle, you know, of like, if I move this over here, then I go back and pick up this thing and put it there, then yeah, then you don't need to do the duck jump. I find this one really hard. Okay. Nice. Speedrun strats done though. Yeah, exactly. Sweet. I love this level. I think this is my favourite level. Oh yeah. Also, I've got to remember how to actually complete it. My favourite level that I can't complete. Oh, come on, you gotta be joking. What a bait, man. That was so basic. I think there's new dart trap art as well, isn't there? Dart trap and spider art. Both needs to go in. Ooh, did I just get... I think I got hit in the face by the spider there. That felt unfair. Maybe we've got to make the spiders a little bit more sensitive to edges so they don't poke off the edge like that quite so much. And that spider's leg poking out just banged me. Maybe I'll just make their hitbox smaller. That's the easiest way to fix it. Just make the hitbox slightly smaller around the edges. Yay! I think the music, and looping music and longer files, I think, are supposed to be MP3s, and shorter files for samples are supposed to be the WAVs. I think. Right, so what do we do here? Press that. Opens and shuts that door over there. Aha, I see. But that's not what we really want. What we really want is the water level down. And we can come over here, get the idle. And actually we can leave the idle there like that, because all we really want to do is come and get this. And then swap those. Oh, come on. I don't think I've ever completed this level actually since I made it. Did we? I think we got close to finishing it and then we just made it a bit easier at the end and then just quit and didn't actually finish it. Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's too tall. Good thing I tested it. Fuck's sake. Fucking lol. I'll do that. That'll do. I gotta play through the whole bloody thing again. Spiders could do with being a lot slower. Yeah, we could just make the spiders slower. That would make the whole thing easier, wouldn't it? It's true. I want to play through it again, but I also don't want to have to play through the whole thing again to just get to that level. But I want to try the last level as well and see it in full colour. Alright, we're playing through it all again. Screw it. It's too much fun. Oh, actually, wait. I want to mix the sound down a bit for the stream. Nice. Easy peasy. It's going to be a long playthrough. Music's in Discord. Oh, okay. Let's put the music in and then do our playthrough. Because that'll be fun. Okay. Sweet. So we've got... Alright, so talk me through it then, Pete. We've got 5 files in here. And then I've also got idle ending and Temple of Misfortune theme. So we've got main theme, which I'm guessing is the one we've already been listening to. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, stop playing, that's fine. And then this one. There's that big head. Yeah, we replaced both of these. Okay, cool. So we delete both of those. Oh, first. Clear that. Now we should be able to save and then delete both of these without any serious beef. And then we can put all 5 of the music files in. Okay, so talk me through it. So where do you want all of these playing? Main theme for the menu, sure. So I think the best way to do this then is to probably just have 5 of these. And we'll call them music, big head. There you are. Oh, and also these, right? They want... Oh, they're already set to loop. Oh, wait. Yeah. So we'll do them all to loop, re-import. Okay, now they're all set to looping. That's what I'm talking about. And then what is big head, jungle, tomb and bass? Like those 3. Like we've got a track for each world. I think I need to normalize all of these, eh? Should we normalize them all? I thought I could do that over here. Right, you're okay. Let me put this music in and then I'll push this. Yeah, and then you can start to make the final room. I'll just finish just doing this music bit here. So big head. We'll just call it finale. Music. Main. Tomb. And tomb and bass. Main can have main. Oh, they all got auto playing switched on? No. Apart from music main, we'll keep autoplay on that one. Level tomb. And tomb and bass. Okay, here's my suggestion then. Let's listen to the tomb and bass. But my suggestion is that world 3... Right, here we go, right. So seeing you've got some messages there. Level Tomb is a slow version of Boulder, so either level 3 or level 2. Big Head is the final room we haven't built. Yeah. Tomb and Bass for level 3, probably as it's the longest track, although that might be nice. Level 1 as it's the most fun. In which case we'd reuse main theme for 3. That's what I was thinking, that we'd reuse main theme for 3. Yeah, and then we sort of bring the main theme back for the third world as well, right? That seems to make sense. So, okay. So we'll save in here, and then we'll get into this scene manager script now, and then we can just control all the music from here, I think. So if I just make those, we know that main is going to play automatically when we first come in, and when we leave the main menu to play the game, we go to switch to next level. And I think switch to next level demands all the music stops. All of it, I think. Whatever happens, like, we don't want music. Like, whatever's playing, we'll just stop it all. This is like brute force, but it'll work. It's only a jam. Okay. Exactly, yeah, you turn to the, yeah, I think this is going to work. So, cool. And which way round did you say? So, Tomb and Bass is level 1, because it's the most fun. Okay. So anyway, so they all stop when we switch to next level. Then when we load level, this is when music needs to begin, and based on current level. So we just say if, and we can do the same thing we're using for the palettes here. I think this is the exact logic we want. So like, look, if the current level is less than 6, then we're in world 1. Otherwise, if it's less than 11, we're in world 2, and if not, then we're in world 3. So Tomb and Bass, if we're in world 1, music Tomb, that, LF current level equals 15, because 15 specifically would be the finale music. And then if not, it would be the main. That's right, isn't it? Have I got that right? Level Tomb is a slow version of Boulder. Okay. Alright, cool. And then to add another level, you're just going to have to dunk it in there. Level 2 for level 2. Okay, perfect. And so this should work now, because I guess when we switch to game over, we're still going to stop the music because we're switching to next level. So that's fine. I think from game over, do we go to the splash screen? To the splash screen, fine. And then the splash screen. Oh yeah, so it's a little tricky because how do we get the music playing again the second time? Maybe it should start on the game over screen. So scene manager, switch to game over should contain the main menu music playing, because you're only ever going to go back to the main menu from the game over screen. Yeah. Okay, save that. I think it works, but let's find out. Oh, you know what else? None of these are they all are on the music bus. Oh, okay, great. Oh, we just made a bug. How do we do that? By adding in music. Oh, of course. The active scene index is crazy. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It needs to be 8. Makes sense because we added 4. Okay. I'm glad I tested it before I just pushed it. Oh, this tune's amazing. Double Dragon, yes, thank you for the sub. Awesome. Love it. Yeah, man, this tune's banging. Do you think perhaps should the music stop when you hit the plinth? Yeah, good work on that, Trine. That's great. But I think maybe the music should all stop. I think we want to make this its own function here. Stop music, right? And I mean, sure, we can call it here where we were before, but I think we're going to call it in some other places. Like the player can do this at certain moments, right? So like, get parent dot, that'll be the level. So another get parent stop music there. I think we want it there, but we also want it when the player's dead. So when we play the dead sound effect, we should stop the music there as well. Those are the two ways you can leave the level. Let's have a look. Sick. Yeah, nice. This is a vibe. The thing is, as well, though, about using this tune for level 1 is no one's gonna hear a lot of it because all these levels are short, I suppose. But then again, people will sit around on the early levels, won't they? And they'll read the intro text with it in the background. Feels really good. Nice. Yeah, it highlights the door sound nicely. Yeah, exactly. Sick tune. Nice. That chord. Okay. Is that like, was that gap intended in the loop? Or is something not working? Isn't it gap? So is that just the amount of time it takes to load a loop? Here, look, Rob. Here's the like crouch jumpless solution to this one. The jump sounds maybe a bit loud compared to them all. You reckon it's the MP3s? Maybe we could just try it with WAVs instead, I guess. I read somewhere that like for longer looping, like music, basically you want to use MP3s, but that could easily be wrong. Nice. In Unreal, you can't add MP3s at all. It's crazy. Everything is like high fidelity or nothing. So loud. Alright, so like after I push this, yeah, and then you start working on that last level, I'm going to be putting in the rest of the art, but I'm going to make a dart trap sound manager. I don't think it'll take too long. I think it's important because they're bloody annoying to listen to lots of them at once. Woo! How cheeky was that? Nice. Oh yeah, but that's how he died last time, do you remember? I need to change that. Oh no. Okay, all good. Yay. Nice. Alright. Last level. I think, isn't it? Final stage. Tune. Haven't even seen the boulder yet. There he is. He's definitely there. Oh. I like it when he's right there behind me. It gives me a sense of urgency. Come on, let's go together. Oh, I could have waited. I had all the time in the world there. Oh, can we have silence till you pick up the idol? Then the boulder drops and the music starts. That would be nice. The boulder gonna come. There it is. Game over screen needs some work. But yeah, that's it. Alright. I'm pushing that. That's the fundamentals done. Like, if we submitted like that, I'd be pretty happy. It's a game. It has all the stuff. And from here on out, just polish. And I mean, obviously there's bare art to add, which we've got plenty of time to do now. But that is that's a milestone there. That's good. That is good. I kind of can't quite believe it. Such a such a huge amount of stuff. I've knocked out 15 levels like that. You know, I only really got to work on Monday evening on it. Wild. Right. Let's let's save that as it is then, and then we'll push it, I think. Cool. That is pushed. Right, that's a big one. That is a big one. That is a juicy one. And then let's get this game back open. Just swap to WAV version of the music if you want to switch it out. Yeah, we could try that. Let's see. This build right now, I'm tempted to throw onto itch and just see how it's all playing in a browser right now. Anyway, but let's get all this art in and stuff. Because that stuff definitely needs to happen. And there's a lot of set dressing and like lighting to do, but I mean, there's so much. But like torches, for example, we could throw a load of those in quite easily. And I think for like the jungle, I just want like God rays. I want a couple of like diagonal sort of rays, you know what I mean? So we can just throw onto each level. New dot blocks and new spring spiders. Yep, okay. So for now, let's close all the levels. And get into all the little bits and pieces that we're going to be working on. Dart trap. And spring spider. Yeah, and there's all the backgrounds to add. Yeah. Yeah, it all needs implementing. Yeah, I saw that it's in the sandbox, isn't it? I'm just thinking rather than even having that, just literally sprites, because then we can just like, we don't have to draw it. Well, I suppose drawing the sprite maybe the drawing a polygon's actually quicker. Oh, nice. Yeah, the background's cool. Right. Where are we? This controls thing is cool. Would that fit on the screen though? Well, Or is that for the itch page? Spring Dude 2. And what was it? Dart Trap. Dart Blocks new. Okay, so Spring Dude 2 is going to go on this sprite here. Oh yeah, and he is like 4 vertical frames. That one, that one, that one, and that one. Okay, so this needs to be an animated sprite, I think, instead of a regular old sprite. So I'll just delete it. Idle. Walk. Bounce. Just like that. Sure. Bound to be that last one there, right? So we'll do that face when you land on his head. And then these damage colliders, let's pull them back a little bit from yeah, nice. Okay, so that now that you shouldn't get us over the edge there either. And then the two leg sprites can just go. And then in the script, yes, when you're unlucky, you're always walking. So sprite.play walk. And then when you put the idle down, play idle. Or better yet, if you do it in the process here, if unlucky, then sprite.play walk, and if you're not unlucky, then play idle, and then here play bounce. Now we need a level where you first meet these guys, which we can see on our plan as level 2 of the ruins world, which is level 7. If I open up level 7 and run it, you don't really see him doing They look cool though. We can make them a little bit slower as well, maybe 3,500 down from 4,000. So like if we look at this bounce 5 FPS, if I make that 2 FPS, then I mean, can you use animation finish but not specific animation? Yes, that's not going to make a difference. It's more about probably putting a timer on it or something to like make that play. Let's just be quick. Let's just make a timer. So just make a timer, call it bounce animation timer, and when we bounce, start the timer for half a second. So one shot, and oops, let's copy that before we get rid of it. And just under here, we're just gonna say like if bounce and timer dot what's it called? Time left. It's stopped. Wait. If it's not stopped, then bounce. That should do it, right? I would have thought. It's hard to see because you immediately bounce off their heads. But yes, you can see he pulls the face. So that's good. They can still roam around a little bit, can't they? I think that's fine. Very good. Oh, there you go, you can see. We didn't do anything where you had to bounce anything on top of their heads in the end. But yeah, cool. Okay, so that's those guys dealt with and improved. They're a bit slower now. Their hitboxes are a little bit less harsh, and they have the new art in. Great. Next, darts trap. Dart block new. Right. So this is more complicated now. So if it's a sideways, so we say that it has 3 horizontal frames and 2 vertical frames, and if we want to deal with the left and right, then we use this one and we flip it. And if we want to deal with up and down, then we bring the y coordinate up to 1, and then we can just still move through the x coordinates the same. Okay, so we'll use the frame coordinates to move around here. It doesn't need to be an animated sprite. It already has the different timers like all set up. So what we're going to say is so if you're shooting right, then you just leave it by default. If you're shooting down, then sprite frame coords dot y equals 1, and if you're shooting up, it's the same, but then it's also rotated 180 degrees. If it's going left, then it's just rotated 180 degrees. Now, if there's more, we want it to do the same thing as it would do if it was down. Which would mean rotation degrees should just equal 0, and it should go back to 1 like that. Now, if it's shooting left, it shouldn't be rotation degrees, it should be flipped. Flipped horizontally. So then, if we get down to here, and there's more than one direction, then we're just going to do the normal facing downwards, facing the middle face. We'll just say false, like that. And then, although I don't think I've used them to shoot in more than one direction, actually. So then, when you pick up the idle, then you go to frame coords 1, and when you put it down, you go back to 0. And here, on the I timer, time up will go back to 0. And here, when you shoot the dart, you go to frame 2. On I timer, time up, we should go to 1. Now, there's no process here, but it's probably best to move these out of there and into the process, because this timer might overlap and that will create bugs. So we'll just say if unlucky 1, else 0. Okay, now what's a good level with dart traps on it? Dodge some darts, level 3. Oh, my good old friend, level 3. Okay, yeah, the new dude looks cool. That isn't right though, is it? The one shooting upwards there. Oh, it sorted itself out when there's bugs. Oh yeah, no, I know the problem I've got here. this is X. The 3, 2, 1 stuff, and this is all should be X stuff. And those are the Y ones. Okay, so let's save that now. No, not the whole thing. Let's just do level 3. Okay, he looks correct. I think he looks correct. Yeah. Just got his eyes open the whole time though. That's not correct. Okay, I see. That is correct, but oh, I've got an idea. We don't need these in the process. So when you pick up the idle, go to 1. When you put it down, go back to 0. And then this, it's then when on the iTimer timeout, look at whether you're lucky or not. Right, and then we get rid of that. And then we get rid of the process. That's a way smarter way of doing it, I think. Nice. Cool. That's good, isn't it? That's the dart trap implemented as well. So there's lots of background art to put in now. But it's pretty much the game is there. You're making level 16. Okay, cool. Do you want me to push these last 2 changes? I suppose it doesn't really matter. It's not, you're not going to do anything that overlaps with them. Okay. So let's try and get some of this background art in here. Here's the big file with them all in. Right, so they're 200 pixels tall, but they don't loop vertically. They're going to be hard to use, I think. The bricks would work. Maybe the cave one would tile vertically too. It would need some adjusting. Those trees would just need to be way taller to like fit into all the levels without there being like a visible top. If that makes sense. You just made a time up for them. Okay, sweet. I'm just wondering, like, I mean, maybe they're alright. Maybe at 200 they're tall enough. So wait, so are you adding in all of the like visuals now? Shall I just still focus on gameplay? Or what's the deal here? You know what I might do? I might end the stream because it's 1 a.m. and I'm pretty knackered. But maybe we should jump on a Discord call and just chat about what the best things to actually do now are and how to kind of finish this up. Discord, yeah, cool. Alright, sweet. I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to give some shout outs to everybody who's watched today. We've streamed a shitload today because I did like 5.5 hours earlier and I've just done another 3 hours. So it's like an 8-hour day or something today of streaming. Excellent. But yeah, thank you all for watching. And go check out the game. It's going to be on itch, available for everyone to play by midday tomorrow. In one way or another. So yeah, big up yourselves. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you soon. Oh, gifted a sub. Big ups. I need to learn what all these things mean in the world of Twitch. But yeah, shout outs Rob. Yeah, cool. Alright, peace. Catch ya next time, guys. Big ups.